The Princess Rose. Once upon a time, there was a princess named Rose who lived in a kingdom of flowers. She was loved by everyone for her kindness and beauty. She had a special gift of making flowers bloom with her touch. She enjoyed spending her days in the garden, surrounded by colorful and fragrant flowers. One day, a witch came to the kingdom and saw the princess. She was jealous of her gift and her beauty. She wanted to take them away from her. She disguised herself as an old woman and offered the princess a rose. The princess accepted it, thinking it was a gift from a stranger. She thanked the witch and touched the rose. As soon as she did, she felt a sharp pain in her hand. She looked at the rose and saw that it had thorns. She dropped it and saw blood dripping from her wound. She felt a strange sensation in her body. She started to grow fur and claws. She screamed as she turned into a bear. The witch laughed and revealed her true form. She said, "Now you will never be able to make flowers bloom again. You will be a bear for the rest of your life. No one will love you or recognize you. You will be alone and miserable. This is my curse on you." The princess was terrified and ran away from the witch. She ran into the forest, where she hid from everyone. She was ashamed of her appearance and afraid of hurting anyone. She missed her home and her people. She cried and wished for someone to help her. Meanwhile, in a neighboring kingdom, there was a prince named Leo who loved to explore the world. He was brave and adventurous. He wanted to see new places and meet new people. He heard about the kingdom of flowers and decided to visit it. He packed his bags and rode his horse to the border. On his way, he saw a beautiful forest. He was curious and decided to enter it. He admired the trees and the animals. He heard a loud roar and followed the sound. He came across a cave and saw a bear inside. He was surprised and drew his sword. He thought the bear was dangerous and wanted to fight it. The bear saw the prince and recognized him. She remembered seeing him in the garden once when he came to visit her father. She had liked him and wanted to talk to him, but she was too shy. She realized that he was her only hope of breaking the curse. She tried to communicate with him, but he couldn't understand her. He thought she was attacking him and swung his sword at her. The bear dodged his attack and ran out of the cave. She led him to the garden, where she hoped he would recognize her. She showed him the rose bush, where the witch had cursed her. She pointed at the rose and then at herself. She hoped he would understand. The prince was confused and followed the bear. He saw the rose bush and noticed that one of the roses was wilted. He saw the blood on the thorns and realized that it was the princess's blood. He looked at the bear and saw the sadness in her eyes. He understood that she was the princess and that she had been cursed by a witch. He felt sorry for her and wanted to help her. He remembered that he had a magic ring that could break any spell. He took it off his finger and put it on the bear's paw. He said, "I don't know if this will work, but I hope it does. I wish you to be free from the curse and become yourself again." As soon as he said that, the ring glowed and the bear changed back into the princess. She was overjoyed and hugged the prince. She thanked him and told him everything that had happened. He was amazed and happy. He said, "You are the most beautiful and kind princess I have ever met. I'm glad I could help you. I love you, and I want to marry you." The princess was touched and said, "I love you too, and I want to marry you. You are the most brave and adventurous prince I have ever met. You saved me and made me happy." They decided to go back to the castle. They told their parents and their people what had happened. Everyone was happy and celebrated their return. They got married and lived happily ever after. They made the kingdom of flowers bloom again with their love.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.